You only fear as a child of God because you have been so earthly conscious and so bodily conscious. But when you step out of this our world, you realize that humans are so weak and Satan and his demons are so vulnerable. If you know the levels and the hierarchy of angels, some of them their heights and just their presence alone, you will never fear in your life anymore. In the visions of the Lord for me to write this book, I'm talking about invasion, about the last days. I had one visionary encounter, and then I saw a kind of angel. It looks like an army gathered, great army with the highest level of human technology and civilization. They armed to face the church. And just one angel was sent. In the vision, when he even landed in the camp where the armies and the great ammunition and sophisticated machines were gathered as a wall, the angel didn't even consider the soldiers or consider the machines, the huge human technological machines that are built for war. And as soon as he just landed on the ground, his presence alone began to melt every machine. Literally, every machine began to melt like wax before fire. His presence alone. He didn't say a word. He didn't pull out his sword. He didn't do anything. His presence melted down all the technologies and the machines that are built. And then I saw the army begin to dissipate, waste out like ash and dust until they completely dissipated and disappeared from existence. If you know what protects you, what follows you and guides you as a child of God, you will never be afraid of Satan. You will never be afraid of a demon. You will never be afraid of any human institution or authority or anybody. And you will serve God with fear and trembling. And you will let no man's law or no man's intimidation or whatever it is intimidate you from exercising your faith and trusting in God. But most of you is because you are just sense ruled, body conscious and earthly conscious, so you don't know what is out there in space. In visions, this earth doesn't count. It doesn't appear. This our civilization is too weak to be compared to the gigantic multiverse of God and the civilization ahead. We are far behind despite what we see in technology, and I've seen it and I have a book about it, so I know what I'm talking about. This is not just prophecy. I know the technologies where we are now. There are about 5 stages of technologies that I have so far comprehended, and there are future ones that I have not yet stepped into. And within the 5 stages, there are about 18 to 20 dimensions yet to reach. We are only at the 3rd stage, and we are only in the 1st stage. We have not even crossed that boundary yet. And people like Elon Musk and Pastor Chris are those who have seen innovating things and leading some civilization that are close to where we are. So there are so much in God that we are not aware because we don't pursue and because we are bound by these rules here. But I pray that your understanding be enlightened, like the scripture says in Ephesians, that you come to really know God and come to know the things that He has reserved for you as His child, so that you can really take advantage and walk in this earth boldly as a child of God, because fearful and fearless things follow you everywhere you go, in all you do. When you speak, it's words of power, not because you should get them done, because there are powerful forces and authorities set in motion to get every item of words you declare to work if it is faith-based or from God's perspective. So fear not, you are never alone. You only fear as a child of God because you have been so